been a part of before, meaning I noticed real quick that it was actually run like a business. There's a vice president, or a president, a vice president, a secretary, and there's really a system of accountability and a system of consistency that is really unlike any other networking group that I had seen or been a part of to date. And so that was one of the things that really attracted me to BNI and why it's so effective. Well, like any business, if you don't have a marketing department or you don't have any sales coming in, you're dead. And so BNI's marketing and sales department is essentially its members. It's the sales department, the marketing department for the group as a whole, but also for yourself and each of your individual businesses. And conversely, as you grow that membership base and grow that sales system, you're going to drive more revenue and more results. So people have always, from time to time, told me, you've had a lot of success, at a young age. You must be a really great salesman. And I kind of laugh because, it's if I were the best salesman in the world, but I only had one person to sell to, it wouldn't mean much. What I've always been really good at is creating opportunities. Because I'd rather have someone that can create 20 opportunities and close 4 than someone that can close 2 out of 2. So the person that creates the most opportunities wins. The more opportunities that we have in the group, the more opportunities there is for sales and for growth. So more members equals more opportunities equals more revenue. And my role within as the growth coordinator is to develop a system that's going to create consistent growth. So anyone can have a good day, they can have a good week, they can have a good month, but it's the ones that are at the top, the champions, are the ones that are able to do it consistently. So through this presentation, I want you to think to yourself, why are you here? To make money? Of course, we all want to grow our businesses. How much money? What type of return on investment is worth it to you? But more importantly, how much work are you willing to put into creating opportunities for others? And that's really the premise for BNI and Giver's Gain, is really out there to try to create opportunities for others, and in turn that comes back to you. And so how can you contribute, and in what manner? Well, within our group there's a lot of opportunities to contribute. There's through referrals, visitors, one-to-ones, education, and then some type of leadership role in the group. You may not be good at everything, but be good and contribute to something. And so because we're focused on growth, and we're looking at growing the chapter from our current 30 members to 40 members plus, I think it's important to actually look at the statistics so you can see why that's important as a group. These are the first quarter 2015 statistics, so smaller chapters, which is the majority of chapters in BNI, less than 35 members. There's a lot of stats here, but the most important one is probably the annual seat value. If you look at this example, it's 25 members, annual seat value is about $19,000. And as that increases to 40 plus members, you're more than doubling the amount of revenue brought into the group and opportunities created for everyone. And this is because, you look at the 30 people in this room, it's not just a one-on-one, you're also able to get to their contacts as well on a referral basis, so it can really grow exponentially. So what we're focusing on is we're again focusing on growing the group systematically and consistently. So there's a few things I wanted to acknowledge before I got into the system. Is number one, I know that you're already very busy in your current business. When you're newer to the group, it can be a little bit overwhelming initially. You come in, you've got a weekly meeting, you've got a commercial to think of, you've got thank you for closed business after that, on top of what you're doing every day to run your own life and your own business. So I just want to acknowledge that I know that. It's okay. Take a deep breath. The system is actually designed for everyone to do a little bit of work consistently and with focus. In fact, you'll probably spend more time telling yourself why you don't want to do it and why you can't do it rather than just actually doing it. It doesn't really take that long. It's just a matter of wrapping your head around it. It's not designed to stop you from inviting people in the manner that you currently do. So if you're inviting people and it works for you, keep doing it. This is just to give everyone, again, focus, bring consistency to the group over the long term. So the next thing is I want to focus on is the importance of power teams. BNI has a framework of essentially 8 main power teams. And the importance of the power team is it creates synergy and excitement. If you're a one-man show in your power team, it's going to be, it's not going to be as exciting. It's going to be a little bit tougher to pass referrals than if you have a power team that's fully built out. And what I mean by that is, myself being in the contractor real estate power team, it's much easier for me to relate to those people and pass business than maybe it is the wellness team. And same for the people in the wellness team or the events team, people within that team, it's easier for them to pass referrals because they're dealing with the same people that want the same clients. And so referrals are more easily passed in related industries, and it's also easier to invite guests when you can list the other professions within your team. So if you're trying to invite someone in the contractor team and you can list off 4 other contractors that they'd love to have a relationship with, it's a no-brainer for them to say, yeah, I want to be a part of that. And so a synopsis of the growth system is our entire BNI chapter has about 30 members. The Recon Power Team, which is real estate and contractors combined, has about 10 members, including the vacancies, and I'm going to show you a slide to illustrate this in a second. In that power team alone, we have the ability to grow to at least 28 members. So within a power team, we have the ability to almost grow the size of the actual group, which I just want to illustrate. There's a lot of room for growth there. So what we do is we focus, instead of having everyone just invite whoever, we're focusing on one profession a month and growing by 12 members a year within that power team. During the member extravaganza, we grew in our power team alone 4 members in 3 months. If you were to duplicate that across the entire group, which is what we're trying to do, 4 power teams, which is what I've created, would be 16 members in a 3-month time period, would get us well to where we want to be as a chapter. And so this is kind of what it looks like, just to give you an idea. Here's the real estate power team, the contractor power team. You can see the vacancies. There's 14 here, 14 there. If you were to add those up, it's 28 members just within that power team as well, and then you can duplicate this. So again, we want to maintain focus on inviting one profession a month. The goal is to create excitement and competition. So I'm sure that some of you may remember when the realtor spot was open, there was about 5 realtors competing for the spot, create a lot of excitement, create a lot of competition, create a lot of close business to the group. We're looking to recreate that with our professions. Our goal is to get 2 people from the same profession here at the same time to create that competition, create that excitement, and create that, that drive into the group. So then we also want to have a profession on deck. So if we happen to bring someone into the group that joins within a 2-week time period, we want to know who's the next one coming up. We start with the most popular and easiest first, and then we work our way down to the harder professions, because the more members we have, the easier it'll be for us to find the harder professions. But we want to focus on the low-hanging fruit to build the members initially. And here's an example of this. I know it says 12 professions, but I just wanted to make it big enough so that you can see it. So for example, month 1, we'd focus on plumber or plumbing, and then we'd have HVAC on deck, and you as a team would figure out from top to bottom who the most important people or top professions are for the group. So the next thing I want to focus on is the fundamentals, and I use football just because I love football and it's easy for me to relate to, so you can use whatever works for you. But for myself, the fundamentals of football are blocking and tackling. If you can't block and you can't tackle, you're not going to win and you're not going to go anywhere. So it's the same thing with this system. The fundamentals of this system are inviting and following up at the very basic level. So if you can't, you don't, or you won't invite or follow up, you're not going to go anywhere. So what I want you to do is just focus on the fundamentals. So how do we do that? So ways to invite, the first fundamental is people you know. A lot of this is what we've already been doing. But if you're focused on a specific profession and you're looking for a plumber and you know a contractor, maybe you ask the contractor for a referral to the plumber. Facebook referral, and this is actually key. This is probably the one that I get the most resistance on, and it's probably the easiest one to do and generates the most results. And for whatever reason, people get hung up on it. But I'll go over a sample as far as how to generate results from that. And then the third one would be other BNI groups via BNI Connect. So there's a lot of other people within BNI that already see the value and may have people that they want to put in our group. And so this would be a great way to invite for someone that either doesn't have a Facebook or doesn't want to create one. So a sample Facebook post. This is actually a post that's responsible for Dan Gallagher with Pearl Pools being here. I need a referral to a reputable pool service company in the North Scottsdale area. Can someone help me who has had a good experience? Please comment or message me for info. That's it. From that, those you'll get generally 2 to 4 names and numbers with contact info. It takes 2 minutes. You post after the meeting on Wednesday, give it a day for everyone to see it, collect the numbers the next day, and call an invite. It's very simple. And so if you're not comfortable with inviting, don't know what to say, how to say it, then here's a script to give you an idea of kind of what my process is. So hi, this is Dan Garzella from the Garzella Group. How are you doing? I was referred to you by Carly from Remax, and she was telling me about how great your company is and how much you cared about your clients. The reason for my call is I'm part of a networking group where our current HVAC or profession you're looking for has left the group, and so there's an opening which we are looking to fill within our power team, and you can elaborate on what the power team is. I'm not sure if your business is currently at the point where you do not need any more business or if you're still looking to actively grow, but based on what Carly told me about your company, I wanted to invite you and see if you had any interest. At the very least, you will have the opportunity to promote your business in front of 30 other business owners. Is this something you'd be interested in? And then they'll begin to ask questions. I don't think I've had anyone tell me no. If anything, I get objections for the time of the meeting and the location, and that's it. It also, because you're bringing a referral into it, creates that trust right away. So to simplify, identify yourself, who referred you to them, stroke their ego, tell them why you called, let them know this may not be for them, and then invite. So the second fundamental, fortune is in the follow-up. If you spend the time to invite someone but you don't follow up with them, you're doing yourself a disservice. The inviting is actually the easy part. The follow-up just requires a little bit more tenacity, and the way that we do that is first you confirm the invite with them on the phone. You send them an email with the meeting time and place. Expect that they're, a day later not going to remember that phone call. So you're going to want to, well, first during that call I tie them down with breakfast. So what I do is I let them know that there's a cost, and I also let them know that they're going to cover it. And I have a technique I'll go through next for that. Follow up again before the meeting with phone and email. Like I said, they'll forget about your call pretty quick, so you want to follow up with them in phone and email, let them know. And then follow up weekly until you get a definitive answer. Don't expect that they're going to show up right away, but just expect that if they don't tell you no, that there's still some interest. The tie-down technique is a strategy that I use after the initial invite to let them know that I'm going to buy their breakfast. And this is because people really appreciate it. And when I call them to follow up, I let them know, hey, I'm going to incur the cost for this. So if for whatever reason you can't make it, just please let me know. And so if they're going to flake on you more often than not, they'll let you know. And if they don't, then they're probably not a good fit for the group anyway. So as far as the implementation, I've got 4 combined power teams initially. Real estate contractors, the leader is going to be myself and or Eric, depending on, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to spend in the other groups trying to get everything up and running. Financial business is Sarah. Events and marketing is Rick, and specialty and wellness is going to be Dr. Greg. Once the group grows to 6 or 7 members per team, we'll look at splitting that team out. The planning and implementation is going to be, up until August 5th. We'll give people some opportunity to go through, be done with their vacations, and then it's going to take some time to just really implement, make sure everyone's on the same page. The kickoff is going to be August 6th. We're going to do Member Frenzy. I just came up with that name last night. From August 6th to November 11th. I figured it's right before the holidays. It's a 3-month time period. Just based on the numbers, we can grow to 46 members by November 11th, so I think 40 members is easily doable to create those results. And then the last thing I want to do is just in closing, again, why are you here? Really think about that. Think about how you can contribute. Focus on the fundamentals. Don't overcomplicate it. Just block and tackle or invite and follow up. Ask for help. I'm here to help you. So if you have any questions, concerns, don't understand anything, just give me a call, send me an email. Again, 40 members by November 11th. And then the last thing I wanted to finish on is just a few quotes that I thought were relevant. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and miss. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen. Others make it happen. I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying. And that's what I'm asking for, is I'm asking for everyone to put in the effort, to try, and we'll have success and reach our goal.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that.